Namaste children. Today we will discuss about that how the insulin hormone that is produced through the rDNA technology, that how recombinant DNA it helps to produce the insulin hormone. But first of all, what is the function of the insulin hormone? Insulin, it lowers the sugar level of the blood, and if suppose insulin hormone that is not secreted by the pancreas in the proper quantity, then what happen that the blood sugar level it will get increased, clear, and it results in the diabetes. So the diabetic patients, they need to take the insulin through injections time to time, means they have to take insulin. So earlier, means in the earlier time, the insulin that is isolated through the slaughtered cattle and pigs, okay, but it causes allergy in the patients. So slaughtered cattle and pigs, insulin when isolated and inserted in the human body, okay, then what happened that it shows some allergy. It shows the allergy, it is responsible for causing the allergy in those peoples. And now these days, because of the advancement in biotechnology, through rDNA we can produce the insulin hormone. So let's discuss first about the structure of the insulin hormone. Insulin hormone, it consists of two chains, that is A and B, okay. In the mature insulin, two chains that are present, that are A and B, and these are linked by the disulfide linkages. These are linked by disulfide linkages, clear. But this insulin, the mature insulin, it is produced from prohormone of insulin, and which consists of three chains. This one, that is mature, this is mature insulin, and prohormone of insulin, it consists of three chains. So what are the three chains? Like one, A and B, and one more chain, that is C, okay, A, B and C. But in case of the mature insulin, what happens that this C portion, it will get removed, so only A and B it remains, clear. And A and B, they show their function for producing the insulin hormone. Now what happened that how the insulin that is produced, that if suppose the insulin gene that is administered, it is added in the plasmid and then inserted in the host cell, then what happened, it produces the insulin gene, insulin hormone, clear. So now next is that Eli Lilly company, what they have done. Eli Lilly company, it's an American company. Eli Lilly company, it's an American company, and they solved the problem. That what's the problem for producing the insulin through the rDNA first, that in case of prohormone, it consists of A, B and C, okay. So when we have to produce the insulin hormone through the rDNA, then we have to insert this gene, that is prohormone gene of insulin, okay, because for this the gene that is not present, the gene for insulin, it provides the three genes, that is A, B and C. Okay, means that when in the vector, the plasmid, when we are inserting the insulin gene, okay, so this insulin gene, it will produce this one, that is AB with having C chain. Okay, and then to get the mature insulin, it will become difficult. So Eli Lilly company, American company, they have the solution for that. What they have done, that they prepared two DNA sequences which code for A as well as for B. Okay, two DNA sequences they prepared which contain gene, means which contain gene for producing the A chain and the B chain. Okay, and then they introduced separately into the E. coli plasmid both the sequences, like A and B. This is A and this is B. Clear? So they introduced both the A chain and the B chain sequence in the plasmid, and then they inserted it into the E. coli. Okay, so when they inserted this in the E. coli, then what happened, that in this bacteria, then they produce the insulin hormone. Okay, and then insulin hormone, that will be purified, separated, purified, and then can be used. Okay, so in this manner the insulin hormone, it can be produced in the mature form, that is A and B chain only. But if suppose we want the pro hormone, then we can directly insert the insulin gene into the rDNA. Okay, but if suppose we want the mature, then we can use this method. So children, now we will discuss another application of the biotechnology, that is gene therapy. What is gene therapy? Gene therapy means that the replacement of the non-functional gene with the functional one. Like suppose a cell is there having the non-functional gene. Okay, so it can be replaced with the functional gene which is present in a vector, So when this vector, it will introduced in this cell, then the gene, it will also get introduced, and then this gene, it can be replaced by the defective gene. So the defective cells having the defective gene, it can be replaced by the normal gene, and then the normal gene, it will show its function. Okay, so on this principle only the gene therapy, it works. And first it was done on ADA deficiency, means first it was practiced, this gene therapy, it was practiced on a 4-year-old girl in 1990 who is having the ADA deficiency. Now what is this ADA? ADA, it stands for adenosine deaminase. It means adenosine deaminase deficiency, deaminase enzyme deficiency. And how this enzyme deficiency will be there in the body? The cause is the deletion of ADA gene. So when the ADA gene, it will get deleted, then it will not be able to produce the ADA enzyme, But what is the function of this ADA enzyme? What is the function? That it helps in the immune system. It provides the immunity. How? Because it provides the T lymphocytes in our body. Okay. But if suppose this ADA enzyme will not be there in our body, then what happens? The T lymphocytes, they will become non-functional. Okay, and because of this enzyme only, the lymphocytes, the T lymphocytes, they remain functional. So if this enzyme is not there, then T lymphocytes, they will become non-functional. So what happened? T lymphocytes, they become non-functional. Clear? Now what are the curative methods, and what happen if suppose this disease, this genetic effect, it can be treated by gene therapy? But other than gene therapy, what are the curative methods for this deficiency? So let's discuss. So first is, that is bone marrow transplantation. Bone marrow transplantation. Clear? Means if suppose the bone marrow, it will get transplanted, then what happen? Automatically this enzyme deficiency, means the gene, it will get replaced, and the enzyme deficiency, it can be cured. Now second, that is ADA enzyme, that is given through injections. Through injections. Okay, but this method, that is not completely curative, means this is not permanent, and periodically it has to be given again and again. Okay, now one more method is there, that is lymphocytes from the blood, isolated when the lymphocytes that are isolated having the genetic defect, means the non-functional gene. Suppose the non-functional gene, I will show with here red color. Okay, having the non-functional gene, and this non-functional gene, it can be replaced by using the retrovirus. I told you that the retroviruses, that can be used as a vector for transferring the functional gene, into the cells of the lymphocytes. Okay, so when this vector, it is transformed into the lymphocytes, then what happen? This gene, this normal gene, it will be replaced by the non-functional gene. Okay, so when it is replaced by the non-functional gene, then what happen? It will become like this, and then it replaces the ADA. ADA means, that is adenosine deaminase gene. Okay, so that gene, if suppose it will get replaced, then it produces the ADA enzyme, and then T lymphocytes. Okay, so when these lymphocytes having the functional gene, that is introduced into the human body, then it will perform this function, means it is able to produce the ADA enzyme and then T lymphocytes that will be functional in the body. Clear? This method, that is also not a permanent method, because periodic infusion that has to be given, means again and again the lymphocytes that has to be isolated, and then ADA gene, it has to be inserted in it. Okay, but if suppose these lymphocytes that are inserted at early embryonic stage, means if suppose this method, it can be applied on the early embryonic stage. Okay, and these lymphocytes if taken from the bone marrow cells, okay, and then having the functional gene inserted in the early embryonic stage, then what happened, that method, it can act as a permanent method, permanent curative method.